guy, bro.
He's pointing out the Bush Cheney.
Yeah, look at that. Get him though. Bush.
Yeah.
Fuck Bush.
Thank you.
I like that. Yeah, that's right. You agree with us? Yes, I do. All right, bro, we love you.
We took the bus in for a tune-up, and behind the shop was this graveyard of buses that spanned from many decades before.
It's a sad sight to see all these buses completely unused. These historic buses. I mean, buses going back many, many years, and here they are, laying in a graveyard.
Hold on tight. That's United States. The whole transatlantic speed record.
I absolutely loved Philadelphia. I could see anything from monuments to amazing graffiti, and this one guy sold me a bag of grass and his mixtape for like $10.
And what do you think of the suspension of habeas corpus?
Well, because of the nature and implication of having to do with a military tribunal, it would be appropriate because of the conditions of war. However, to make a universal application would be complete nonsense.
All right.
Hey, sweetheart.
Hello, everybody.
Good to see you, man. We love you. We're back.
Come on! Yeah, got impeached. Got to get Congress moving. Bring them home yesterday.
Give him a piece of your mind, Billy. It's gonna be on documentary.
We then drove the bus up the street to the National Quaker headquarters, and the next day we took the bus to Independence Hall for a little drive-by demonstration.
Washington, I was the senator that was married to John Kerry's now wife from the Heights 57 variety tomato conglomerate. Heights ketchup. Oh! You get her?
Yep. All right.
Beautiful Susquehanna, state of Maryland. Chesapeake Bay. See the strip mine?
Yeah.
That's terrible. Security like that, they shouldn't allow strip mining.
Yeah.
Right next to the bank. That's going to be unreal erosion there. Baltimore, Maryland, home of the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. There's the skyline right there. Did he flip us off?
I don't know. I mean, they were flipping their fingers. They might have been saying "fuck Bush." I don't know.
Yeah. Get up to him.
Fuck George Bush.
What's Baltimore? What's Baltimore think of Bush?
Oh, it's up. It's throwing candy. Oh yeah, easy pass.
Hey,
only. Easy
what's
pass.
Baltimore think of
Jeff.
Bush? Film him.
George Bush. Baltimore says fuck you.
All right. So that's Baltimore for you.
They said F. Bush, didn't they?
Yes.
Turbo kicking in. Turbo. Baltimore Harbor. Home of Francis Scott Key. Star Spangled Banner. The Baltimore Orioles. And Johnny Unitas. Johnny U. Back in the old days. Great for seafood and lacrosse. Also the home of Nancy Pelosi, known back when I knew her as Nancy D'Alessandro. I sure hope she gets some of the Baltimore spirit in her, and she better take the country back. She's not doing too good a job right now. We're very, very disappointed in her.
Jim and I arrived in Virginia, where we parked the bus at his friend's house and were able to borrow a pickup truck the next day and headed into Washington, D.C.
They wrote manuals on torture. This building right here, CACI. You got it?
Yeah.
See that building right there with CACI on it?
Yeah.
And it's the lowest form of prostitution one could do. May they suffer the consequences of their karma. Just incredible. How do they sleep at night? How do they go home and sleep at night?
We arrived in downtown Washington, D.C., and 5 minutes later, Jim ran into his congressman from Texas.
This is my good congressman, Cyril Rodriguez, who was elected in a runoff election from West Texas, well, from Texas, from San Antonio all the way out to West Texas, 23rd Congressional District of Texas. And that was a tough battle for you, Cyril.
Sure was. And let me ask you, how long are you going to be up there?
I'm going to be up here until the war comes to an end, Cyril.
Oh my
we
God.
got to bring our men and women home.
You're going to be here a good while.
I hope not, but we might. This month we're going to be camping here. I live right on the Mexican border. I've got to tell you, in Tolingua, Texas, I look out of my adobe, I see the mountains of Mexico, right? There, we leave our keys in our car. We do not lock our doors. We have no problems whatsoever with our brothers and sisters on the other side of the Rio Grande. Now, I got to ask you, Cyril, what kind of a mess is this administration getting us into by proposing and actually starting to build a wall on the Mexican border? Now, I'm going to tell you something. You're Mexican-American ancestry. I got to tell you something. I know for a fact there's not a wall that can be built that a Mexican can't go under, can't go through, or can't go over. Now, what is this? We're making a Berlin Wall. We're alienating our good brothers and sisters on the Mexican side. I find this very upsetting, and I find it very upsetting because I have so many good friends on the other side of that river in Santa Elena, over there in Paso Lajitas, over there in San Vicente, in Boquillas. They're like, we're one family on that border. They have a baseball team on their side. Now, what are we going to do? We can't have a wall dividing this.
Yeah,
What do you say about the wall?
The Border Patrol will tell you that it's only as good as the amount of time that it takes to jump it. So in other words, if it takes 4 or 5 minutes to jump it, that's how much time they give it in order to capture it. So that tells you that in that situation, it's not practical. In terms of being cost effective, you're better using something else. And it seems that the furthest away you get from the border, the less they know about it, and the more they think that that's going to be. And it's a good sound bite, and it sounds good symbolism, but it doesn't take care of the job, in all honesty. Now in Arizona, in all honesty, there you do need some car vehicles because they come across with drugs and stuff. But in Texas, you have a lot of private property. Every single mayor that I have, none of them support it.
Yeah.
And so, in fact, we're looking at other options in terms of how to give them actually more time to be able to take. You have the illegals coming across to be able to take care of that in a more number one cost-effective way, and in a way that makes sense. I'm gonna have to take off.
Later that day, Jim took me to the Code Pink house and introduced me to some of the national organizers of this women's anti-war group.
Free what? It's a police state. Sad day in America. 4 September 2007. No freedom around the Capitol. No. Barricades, cop cars, roadblocks, Jersey dividers, security checks. Hey, he was just over in Iraq. Did you see that in the paper?
Yeah.
That's probably a movie set in the bottom of the White House.
Probably. It's fucking W's helicopter. Fuck you, W.
Well,
Probably. Could be. Holy
yeah,
shit.
maybe we better say obscenities.
Oh yeah. Good point. Good point.
There should be 2 more of them coming in now.
Oh my gosh.
He comes in with 3s.
Man.
Or maybe that's the 3rd of the 3. Forgot we don't have autopilot. You know, a song I like is Sail Away, come sail away with me. That's it! I like that song. Whoa! Come sail away with me. That's the old singing song from when I was a yacht captain. Sail away with me. Woo! Uh-oh, gotta drive with two hands. Now we roll the roads. Okay? Yes, we Republicans, it says on George Bush on it. Son's a bear in the morning was out when you go into it. That's the kid will be going away from
It was at about this point that the Capitol Police told us that we couldn't drive the bus near the Capitol. Jim debated the guy for quite some time, but in the end, turned out the guy agreed with us, but we still had to drive off to a side road to get to the Code Pink house.
We are on the Yellow Rose bus with all the Code Pink women and a bunch of press heading over to Congress. He keeps saying, you got a plan for us. Something you call good for success. Huh. You keep killing soldiers and Iraqis. Now people are here to tell you what is best. Bring our troops from now, before it's way too late. If you keep on stalling, we will whip you into shape.
Again, the Capitol Police stopped Jim and wouldn't let him drive the bus near the Capitol.
Officer debating Jim. Hope this turns out okay. Best of luck to you, Jim. There's Jim, there's the officer. Okay, ooh, second officer.
Whip the Congress into shape, and the war is way too late. Stop the war, Congress! Stop the war!
Here, cops threatened to shut down the bus. Shutting down the street could always be fun too.
Yeah, why not?
We can march in the street. It was always fun.
Party in the street. Aren't we always wanting them to shut down the street and then they don't?
We're behind you every step of the way with just a little bit of insight.
All right.
People don't think they have to go on the street. They think they're making contact with their members on the line. And members are pretending that it's we know. Thanks.
We can't get it. That's not possible. This is a civil war. Man, you didn't listen to what I said. It isn't an insurgency. They're fighting each other. Because Saddam knocked them over the head and made them do it.
Right behind you, remember that? We got your back. We've been Congress into shape. It's way too late for the war. Right behind you.
We kill far more people every month than Saddam did. So, I mean, you know, you set those kind of standards, you set yourself morality, you'll never get anything. The world doesn't run on votes and compromise. It runs on winning wars. Peace comes through wars. And when it be, let's make peace. I'll tell you how to make peace. Win the damn war. And you won't win a war that's in your enemy's interest. We won't win this because it's in our enemy's interest. So what you're smart, you cut your losses and get out.
Now, everywhere we go around the country, people are saying the same thing. What the hell is Congress doing? Let's get out of Iraq.
The way you stop a war based on lies is with the truth. In order to do that, we need to share the truth about what it means to be in the military today with those who are affected most by the lies of this administration. And those are the high school students and potential recruits that are being lied into military service every single day in this country. Now, there's a lot of people who would say that truth recruiting is going to be bad for the military. Well, it's already as bad as it could possibly get with this occupation. We're not safer than we were before 9/11. In fact, if there was a serious threat to our national security, we would not be able to defend ourselves.
I have
never seen anything like this. There are guys with shotguns, guys with M16s. There are gates everywhere. They won't talk to you unless you write something down first?
No, we want to leave for a bag of nuts because when we were in San Francisco doing a hunger strike and an encampment outside our house trying to just get a meeting with her to talk about her strategy for ending this war, she came out of her house and said, "I will never meet with you. You're nuts." So we were quite hurt by that because we were sacrificing a lot to sleep out on the cement and not eat. And we have strong convictions about this war. And we don't think we're nuts. We think it's kind of nuts to say you're against the war, but then keep allowing the president to get more and more billions of dollars from war. That sounds kind of nuts to us. So we're here to deliver some nuts and leave her a note about what is really meant.
As you said, you've got to be nuts to keep funding this war.
She came home one night and the people who were there said, "Madam Speaker, why won't you talk to us?" And she said, "I'll never meet with you. Get away from my house. You're nuts." And I mean, we don't think being passionate about peace, trying to stop people from getting killed is nuts. We actually think that funding the war while trying to stop the war is kind of nutty. So we say, some would say, you've got to be nuts to keep funding the war. We look forward to meeting with you about how to get out of Iraq.
That was really cute.
Troops out of the Middle East, stop in the name of peace. Troops out of the Middle East, take it over. Troops on now.
This was the first time I went to a U.S. Senate hearing. There I am on C-SPAN in the pink tiara. There were many senators there, including this person who later ran for president, and this person who later ran for president, and this person who ran for president twice.
Very, very encouraging turnaround. So part of this success is directly related to the new tactic or strategy called commonly known as the surge.
I think the surge was a part of it.
So what should the American people understand about when the Iraqis are going to begin to fight for their own country? When are they going to relieve American servicemen who have been fighting nobly, courageously, valiantly, be able to get a policy that's really of their bravery about?
Senator, that's a very good question. It's a very complex situation. We tried to point out that the key to ending sectarian violence has to be the Iraqis.
I was amazed by the fact that so many senators would come in late, leave before the session was over, and even be talking while people were giving their testimonies.
So, as I said before, it takes time to build and train an army. And I think that's what we're seeing going on now. The trends, what we're trying to do forward here, we think are in the right direction. It is going to take time.
These two senators were even told repeatedly to stop talking while they were chit-chatting, and they just kept continuing even though people were giving their testimony.
Our kids are dying. My godson is going over there for the third time. We will not tolerate any more of this bloodshed, sir. Why aren't you listening to
My
American
son
people?
has fought with his Marines to ensure you have the right to express your opinion.
How is that? The Iraqis have nothing to do with our rights or freedom of speech. The Iraqis have nothing to do with our freedom of speech, sir. Not one thing. They had nothing to do with 9/11 either. Not one Iraqi was involved in 9/11, sir. Illegal, immoral war.
You know, for someone who claims to be anti-gay, they really went into a lot of detail with this picture of two men kissing. I mean,
apparently the plan is right now that we're going to take a 20-foot long speedboat. Driving down the Potomac.
this is Jeff. This is Jeff's pickup truck. This is Jeff's boat. This is the United States Pentagon. And this is the Potomac River!
All day. Yeah.
Ooh, hot.
Hello, Colonel.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Now hear this. I want you to listen up. Wake up, America. It is time for the revolution of nonviolence, Gandhian stature to begin. We demand that all troops be brought home from harm's way. We demand that our Congress wake up and read what the Constitution says. Bring the troops home. Bring them home now.
Hello, I'm Medea Benjamin with Code Pink, and we're riding along this lovely Potomac River on a beautiful Saturday afternoon, right in front of the home of Speaker Nancy Pelosi when she's here in Washington, D.C. And we've been riding up and down telling people to go into her condominium building and leave her a note and tell her that the people want her to do what we voted her in to do, and that is to end the war, to bring the troops home, and stop funding this horrible occupation. Wake up, America, work for peace, not war. Justice, freedom, human rights, that's what we're fighting for. Wake up, America! So before you leave, just go in the lobby and leave a note for the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, and ask her to please do the people's bidding and end this war. Tell her to end the war and bring the troops home.
That day I got to drink beer on a speedboat and use a megaphone. It was definitely unlike any protest I'd ever been involved in before, and I'm sure it's unlike any protest I'll ever see ever again. It was amazing.
Absolutely. You have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's time to go into the boat. You can't be standing up there. You have to sit down and hold that.
The only thing the police did was to tell us that we couldn't be sitting on the very front of the boat. They didn't care about the megaphone or the beer at all. Just then, the presidential helicopter flew over, and I didn't miss out on the chance to flip off, or potentially flip off, President Bush, or Cheney for that matter. It was so strange to be seeing them, knowing that you're possibly just hundreds of feet away from the leaders of the United States.
We're going to hear about it then, way down.
Oh, shit.
I saw the cops and it was a little scary.
Did you hear me, Miles? Did you get that on tape?
Oh yeah, I got it all. Impeach George Bush!
And Cheney too!
It is time to impeach George Bush and Dick Cheney!
Tell him, Miles.
All right, there's a crowd leader for peace. Another crowd leader for peace. All right. Marisco por la paz.
Por la paz.
Langosta por la paz.
There's Dick Cheney. He's got his prison suit ready. Dick Cheney! That's our vice president! Cheney! Dick Cheney! The vice president!
Arrest that man!
Coming after you. Right here.
Adios.
Find the manual valve and Miles pulled down on it. A little cautiously at first, I must say.
Yeah. It's the best looking other 13 or super like.